Hi, everybody. This is Armijo, ChattermioCoaching.com. It is, I don't even know what day it is. We've got sunshine coming in, though. It is beautiful. Today, I wanted to talk about mind and heart, okay? The mind and heart connection. So, what is the mind and heart connection? Well, if we think about the law of attraction, we think about the secret, then the mind and heart connection is the key to unlocking to unlocking the secret, right? To making it work for us. And so a lot of times people have an idea of what they want. You know, I want this new car, I want this new house, I want this new job, I want this new relationship. But these are just ideas. And a lot of times what happens is people see something that other people have and immediately they're like, oh, I want that. But it's more of this false desire to have this thing, right? So they're not really in love with the idea. They just want it because somebody else had it or they thought it was cool. But it's not something that they're truly passionate about. And so what happens is that the law of attraction doesn't really kick in because it's sensing that, okay, yeah, this person likes this thing, but they don't truly want it. It's not something that is constantly in their mind each and every second of the day, right? And so when we have our heart and mind connection, when we have that thing that we truly want here and in the heart, this side here, or this side in the center, I'm not sure where the heart is these days. So what happens is the heart is an extremely powerful organ, right? So we're still learning so much about the heart. It's not just this muscle that pumps blood through our bodies. We're learning that it actually has a biofeedback. So, for example, you know, when something happens to us, which is something that we don't like, maybe it's something that makes us angry or fearful or anxious, then what happens is our heart tends to beat in this slightly different rhythm. Now, they've been able to measure these pulses of the heart and how it reacts to certain stimuli. So if there's something that we really love, say, you know, one of our parents that we love comes around, an aunt, an uncle, a grandparent, or, you know, even that favorite school teacher, we hear their name or we see that person, and what happens is our heart just expounds this wonderful rhythm, and all this electromagnetic energy is sent out into the universe. And so this is all a kind of a way that we're confirming that yes, the heart is just as powerful or more powerful than our mind is. And so what happens when we connect the two and say, I'd really like this thing, but not only do I like it, I'm so passionate about it. I'm in love with this thing, right? So if you have that new car that you want, make sure it's something that you just don't want because you thought it was cool. Make sure it's something that you're absolutely passionate about. Make sure it's something that resonates with you on a daily basis. So every time you close your eyes, you see that perfect car you want, or that perfect career that you want to work, or that perfect relationship that you'd like to have in place. Make sure that whatever it is that you're thinking of that you want to have for your goal or your desire, make sure it's something that you are in love with. Because when we're in love with something, we engage the heart and the mind together. And so it becomes this superpower at that point. If we're just working with one or the other, then we've only got 50% to work with, right? But when we get this whole thing together, it is 100% potential energy. And so when we think of the law of attraction, we have to understand that that works because we are in love or we are passionate about the thing that we really, truly desire. So, for example, we talked about, you know, having that career. It needs to be something that it happens harmoniously with us. It's not like we're forcing ourselves to love something. You can't force yourself to love something. Maybe you've been in a relationship before where one person loves you and you maybe don't feel the same way about it. Or maybe you love one person, they don't feel the same way about it. we have to understand that we cannot force ourselves to love something or some idea or somebody. We just can't do that. If we don't have that love there, then that's not the thing that we are driven towards, right? So find the thing that you are in love with. Find the thing that you're passionate about. And maybe it's not what you initially thought it was. So, say you wanted that $1 million. Well, is it the $1 million you want, or is it the freedom of being able to travel around the world? Or is it the freedom of being able to buy a car when you want to, or the freedom of spending your money on, a $700 jacket because you have it there? Is that what you're really looking for? You're not looking for a stack of $1 million. You're looking for the freedom of what comes with that. And so when we can connect the heart and the mind together, then we can increase our potential energy. And when we increase that potential energy, the universe responds in kind. Okay? So essentially what we're doing is we're putting out more of, this is my desire, this is what I want, this is what I'm in love with, this is exactly what I need in my life right now. And so when we can put that energy out, the universe is like, whoa, this person really wants this. This person is really attracted to this. I'm going to make sure this comes to this person even quicker, right? And so a lot of times people just like, I saw this really cool car. I want one of those. They can't even tell you the name of it, right? But they saw it. They're like, maybe it was a Lamborghini. Maybe it was a Ferrari. Maybe it was just a really cool Audi, whatever it was. But they're in lust with that thing. They're not in love with it. It's not something that they're passionate about. It's something that crossed their field of view, caught their interest, and that's about it. And so when you go after something with that type of mentality, the universe is thinking, well, this person likes it, but it's not that big a deal to them, so I don't feel any need to bring it forth to them, right? So that law of attraction doesn't respond quite the same way. So essentially what you're doing is you're setting yourself up for failure right off the bat because you're finding something that you're not truly in love with. So how do you know you're in love with something? How do you know you're passionate about something? It's easy. It's one of those things that it just doesn't leave your mind. Anytime you shut your eyes, you probably see that thing, whatever it is. Maybe it's that house. Maybe it's that new person and that's, if it's a new guy you want in your life, maybe he's a tall, dark, and handsome, or whatever that is, So maybe you see that every single time you close your eyes. If you've ever fallen in love before, been in love before, then you know that when you first fall in love, there is this time where that person is just everywhere. Everywhere you look, everywhere every time you turn around, there's something that reminds you of this person, something that will trigger an emotional response that has to do with this person. And maybe you see that person's face in your head. I think Jack Canfield says it best in The Secret when he says it's like this floating head of this person is constantly with you. Every time you close your eyes, you see them. And so you are absolutely in love with this idea. And so when you do that, you can increase your potential energy. And so all that is going to do is allow for that return of whatever it is you desire to reach you sooner and with less hindrance. And it's also going to increase your faith in this universe. You can call it God, you can call it Allah, you can call it any other higher being that you'd wish. But it's going to help you increase your faith in the higher power that exists around us, okay? And so when you have full faith, you've got a mind and a heart that are combined, you will be unstoppable. I promise you. So if you ever wanted to know the secret to the secret, that is it, right? So this is Chad Armijo with ChadArmijoCoaching.com. I thank you all for watching. If you haven't done it yet, I've got a new book on Amazon called Wake Up and Recalibrate by Chad Armijo. I will put the link below and hit that like and subscribe button if you're watching this on YouTube. I will see you in the next one. Thank you.